Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about 6 for success. Okay, so what that means is that's all about parties. So if you want to be successful in the business, you need to be constantly growing your network. The best way to do this, well, is by having parties. Now, there's many ways to have parties. You can do online parties. You can do events where you go and set up a table and sell your product and meet a bunch of people in person. Or you can have Facebook parties. You can have portable parties where you put some product in a basket and a friend takes it to work and does the selling at her work. You can do portable nail bars where you have a binder full of samples and you can like send that with someone to their work or school or whatever. There's lots of different ways to do parties, but the key to growing your business is actually doing them. So I highly recommend having a calendar separate just for your parties. Like, let me show you mine. Sorry. Maybe. Let's see if I can get this open real quick. So I just have a flip calendar here. And I'll show you what I've done in the past here. So you can kind of see, I think I might have taken off my Post-it note. So what I do is I have this calendar specifically for my party. So you can see like back in October, these were, I like wrote in who was having a party and I try to have 6 of them. I also try to do all 6 in the first 2 weeks of the month. You don't have to do that. You can do 2 a week, 1 a week, 1 to 2 a week. But that's basically what I do is I just like set up the parties. Like sometimes I'll do them all on Thursdays. And then another trick I do with this is anytime there's somebody who's interested in hosting a party, which if they're filling out your sample request form, there's a question, are you interested in hosting a party? And they can say yes. Or are you interested in joining? They'll say yes. Anyone who says yes to hosting, I write their name on a little Post-it note. And so then what I do is I will go and reach out to them and get a party scheduled on the calendar. And so I'm always trying to fill my calendar and have 6 every month at least. And the reason why is that's what's going to help you, 1, bonus qualify, and 2, grow your network. If you're having, and of course, make extra money. So 6 parties, if you do all 6 parties and they all make $300, let's do a little math here. $1,800, and then you get, I want to say 32%. It's $576. It's $500 a month that you can make doing 6 parties, and that's just from the parties, So, what I recommend doing to get started is you're doing your launch party right now. Like you're getting that all set up this week. That's what you're doing. And so, so I feel like I'm really short in the movie, in the screen. Anyway, you're getting your launch party set up, and what you want to be looking for is people who are really interested in loving the product, anybody who might have already referred a friend into the group, or anybody who you need to call in a favor for. So try to find at least 10 people from all the people you've invited to your launch and just ask them point blank, hey, I need to practice doing parties. I've never done parties before. I need to practice doing them. Would you mind hosting a party? I'll totally give you a free set for it, and I will guide you and tell you all the things that you need to do. It's really easy, all online, or however you're going to do them. I specialize in like the Facebook parties. So anyway, and just sit. And if you're asking a friend, a lot of times they'll say yes. I asked 10 friends. I got no no's, but I got 6 like legit yeses because the other ones were like, oh yeah, I'll do it. But we just never kind of got it set up. But anyway, so I got my first 6 parties from friends. I had an in-law, a really good friend. I think my mom did one. So I got those all set up. And then what I did was my goal was to get more hostesses from those parties. So that's how you get out of just talking to your friends and family and being super spammy. So your one friend, invites her whole network. And then I got like 3 more parties from that party. Those 3 friends throw a party, invite their whole network. And then I get more parties from each of those parties. And so it just keeps fanning out and fanning out. And then what I make sure to do, and we'll go over this in another video, exactly how to follow up, like the best way to follow up and in parties, and make sure you're driving everyone to your group. But that's how you get your group growing. And then as your group grows, you can start to recruit from your group, find future hostesses from your group. People will even just refer friends, because what happens is people get the nails on their hands, and then friends are like, oh, I love your nails. And like, oh, here, come talk to my nail lady, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, your goal for the month is to always have six parties. And that's 1 to 2 a week. 1 week you might be doing 2, 1 week you might be doing 1. But that's about how many it is. And then a good rule of thumb is to shoot for bonus qualifying before the 15th. Don't save it for the very end of the month. And but also, we're really focusing on you right now, your jumpstart goals. And so in order for you to hit your jumpstart goals, you either need to have like a crazy successful launch party where you sell like $1,000 worth of product, which is awesome and totally doable. I think I sold like 800 in my launch party, and then I had my very first party, my sister-in-law, and her party got to 300. And so I met my $1,000 jumpstart between my launch party and my sister-in-law's party. So basically, in order for you to meet your jumpstart goals, you need to have parties. And so even while your launch party is going, like, you don't have to close up your shopping link to get another party going. And so definitely get those other parties on the calendar and scheduled. If you're using the template that we have, we totally recommend sending out samples with your parties. And so I generally open up the party about 10 days in advance. So think about that timeline sort of thing with your 30 days and everything. So definitely seek out hostesses, just like message them. So that's your homework for this video, is find 10 people from your launch party, send them a personal message, and ask if they'd be willing to host a party for you. Let them know that you've got a free set with their name on it if they're interested, and get those parties scheduled and set up. And there will be another unit on doing the Facebook parties with templates and everything that you need to know. So you can go check those out if you've gotten your hostesses and you're ready to get started. Okay, until next video.